Hey Beach, we are so excited to share Bridgette's story of how she recently decided to go public with her faith at our ocean baptism. Check it out.
I remember going to church as a real small child when we lived in Pennsylvania. Then we moved to New Jersey, and when I was about 6, and we continued to go to church here and there, but it kind of dropped off. I'm not sure why. So I never really pursued it at that point, and then went throughout life, and I occasionally would go on the Easter Sunday and Christmas Eve services, but nothing, because it was obligatory basically. Life goes on, wind forward 20 some odd years at this point. Life started getting kind of complicated. My dad passed away in 2000, and then my mom passed away in 2014, and at the same time my marriage had been falling apart. So I was feeling pretty lost. I mean, on the outside it looked like I had a really great life, beautiful house, 2 beautiful kids, both everybody's successful. On the inside there was a lot going on that people couldn't see. So I started coming to church. I actually lived in Beach. I had driven past a million times. I knew it was a non-denominational technically, but Methodist-based church, and which was kind of the roots of my faith to begin with. So I said, let me give Beach a try. Well, I walked in and really enjoyed it, enjoyed the service, enjoyed Jerry. He just was so humble, down to earth. Just when he spoke, it was real. It was real, it was applicable. It's something I could actually put 2 and 2 together in my life. So I kept coming, and I guess in the summertime, this was 2016, they had started talking about the Rooted series coming up. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm still not quite getting this, and my circumstances are getting better, but I just still don't know if I'm there yet, and I don't know what I believe, and I don't really understand how this all works still. So I walked out of service that day and walked over to a gentleman and a woman standing there, and it happened to be John Weber. And I said, excuse me, I'm trying to find out information about the Rooted series. Can you help me? He just looked at me and he kind of laughed, and he said, well, he's like, we got a crazy bunch of kooks at my house that are going to do this, and if you'd like to join us, please do. And I'm like, okay, all right, that sounds good, I will. And so sure enough, off I go to John and Judy's house for the Rooted series. And then John made it real for me, I think, because he was so open about some of the things his past had involved. And I kind of thought that, I'm just one of those people that have done a lot of bad things, and I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. I don't know if I can forgive myself, so if I can't forgive myself for some of the things I've done, how could God possibly forgive me? This is where I get emotional. So I continued. Probably just about a year ago, right around Easter time, I was in the service, and my circumstances started to change. I made some pretty hard decisions in my life that said, okay, you know what, you gotta move forward with this, and you've got to do the right thing here. And at that point is when I said, you know what, it's not about the aha moment. It's about putting your faith and trusting that there may be an aha moment, or maybe there never will. But that was the point where I gave my life to the Lord, and I trusted in Jesus as my Savior. I think in my life and in my walk, it's the next logical step for me. And I think what I want to do is, I don't know that I've completely forgiven myself for some of the things that I've done in the past. And I want to, hopefully, again, I'm hoping and I'm praying that this will help me wash away some of the bad stuff that resides in me still, and open up my heart to continue to grow. There is so much room in my heart, and I just feel so much better about myself and about people, and I see people in a different light. My whole demeanor has changed. I've leveled it down a little bit. I used to be a very, I don't want to say controlling, but yeah, I gotta admit it. I was probably a little controlling, and I wanted everything to be perfect and everybody to do the right thing, and if somebody did something wrong, I would try to fix it. And I think that by taking the step that I have already, it's helped me with that, and I'm hoping and I'm praying that once I fully accept it and I get baptized and am able to start anew, that it will allow me to continue to grow in that faith. Well, I am Brigitte, and Jesus has been walking along me with me a lot longer than I ever realized. So I am taking that leap of faith, and Jesus Christ is now my Lord and Savior.